That looks sweet. Any Fleshgorgers, Archons, 2 Creeping Tar Pits. Oh my god. It's getting hot in here, chat. Alright, deck's up now. Got a mulligan. Can't keep this. This hand's kind of risky, but I will keep it. I think I put back Lily. The Wild Ginger King. This is like the Liver King, but misplaced ginger. That's not a card worth doing. Sunbaked Canyon Breeding Pool. What's going on over there? Okay, here it's elementals. Thought it was burn at first. Yeah, the sideboard is pretty different depending on the build. Yep. I think I'm just gonna take this turn to Tainted Indulgence. Bin Archon. Takenuma. Oh, Thoughtseize you. Ephemerate, Risen Reef, Lightning Bolt, Call. I choose Ephemerate. They can call for a Solitude and Solitude me, which is unfortunate, but it's better than giving them Ephemerate, I think. Ephemerate's super annoying. Your promised Gruul in the thumbnail. We actually just finished the Gruul deck. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm sorry, but we have moved on. Alright, I'm just gonna pass. Need another Tainted Indulgence. What deck would you recommend for somebody who's getting back into Modern? Do you want an easy deck or like a good deck, fun deck? What are you looking for? So I'd say it really depends. If you want something super competitive, then I would recommend you Hammer Time. Oh, why did it? Oh, I didn't see that they just played a Cavern of Souls. No, they go. I am so stupid. As soon as I clicked it, I was like, it can't be countered. No, everything's horrible. Alright. Well, I guess I'm killing it again. That's sad. It can be a target. Let me see what you said. Price availability doesn't matter, but knowledge does. I prefer tempo. If you like tempo decks, then Murktide's a really good deck for tempo. Omnath. So dumb. Yeah, if you like tempo, I'd say Murktide is like the tempo deck of the format. Creativity is more of like a combo tempo deck. I don't know. Creativity is a little bit different. Probably not exactly what you're looking for. I'd say 5-color Zoo is more of an aggro deck than a tempo deck. Can't also grief them. I guess I could if I draw a black card. We're gonna sack Omnath. Ugh. Hey. Oratorio, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back for the infinite months. 3 months. Appreciate you. Holds me, that's fine. So Teferi's gonna bounce this. A little bit unfortunate. Drew Creeping Tar Pit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're getting close to being able to just like recast this. Hardcast it. Tempo wise though, I would say Murktide's good. You know, Tribal Zoo is a good deck too. If you enjoy Tribal Zoo, then I would say go for it also. They're leaving mana up. A Creeping Tar Pit in this year? The fairy number 2, Kahira. I will take Kahira. If they want to spend a whole nother Teferi to bounce Grief, then that's fine. Crack the Canyon. I remember when Creeping Tar Pit was like $40, yeah. This was like the best manland next to Raging Ravine. What was the next best manland? Like Treetop Village. Yeah, Colonnade. Colonnade was really good too. Treetop Village was pretty high up there. Wildwoods was Wildwoods like saw play. I'm not gonna say it was good because it wasn't good, but it saw play. I guess I'm taking out this Teferi. I was thinking about that, Duncan. Thinking about that. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Being able to push this seems pretty valuable. Two Teferis. Right. Should have attacked with Tar Pit. I'm gonna wait one more turn to be able to hardcast this Gorger for 7. So I'm only 1 land off. I know they're at 13, but this is also an elemental deck, so they're gonna want to go long. Lily's interesting, but I think I'm more interested in just recasting Grief here. And then if they draw like a good elemental, I can Lily minus. I don't really want to discard either of these cards in my hand. Probably just going to end up hardcasting them sooner rather than later. Their decks run Orvar in their sideboard. That's for Archon. Because when you summon an Archon, whether it be through creativity or persist, then Archon triggers, causing them to discard a card. If you discard an Orvar, Orvar will copy Archon and become a copy of Archon. And then Orvar becoming an Archon triggers, and then you sack the Archon that you just cast. Your viral tweak tricked them. Yeah, that's why a lot of decks play like at least one Orvar. I remember back when Stirring Wildwood saw a lot of play, just being in like Abzan, Lingering Souls, Pile, Goif. That deck was a blast. I enjoyed that deck a lot. They've been to Boseiju. I wonder why they didn't Boseiju Creeping Tar Pit. Wildwood was just typically like a one of. But yeah. It got replaced by Shambling Vent at some point. Okie dokie. Let's get these Toroks in here. Dauthi. I don't think I want... do I want Dauthi? Let's see what I want to cut. I do want to cut Cling to Dust. I do want to cut Collective Brutality at least. I'm honestly pretty happy with everything else. Needle seems good for Teferi Ren. Because they have Cavernous Souls, I'm going to cut a couple Drowning Locks. And the George wins games. Did you put something in the water? People trip. Can't feel my legs anymore. Ren, Solitude Ephemerate. I'm taking both these Rens. Do I ever beat your 2 Rens? I don't. That's why I'm taking them. Maybe it was right just to take the Solitude instead. And just like hope to top deck Persist in the next 2 draws. So they drew... They just drew Cavern. I don't know what they tried to cast. But I'm concerned. Was it a Teferi? No, just an Omnath. I think they realized they're like, I should buy Kahira, and then they just didn't buy Kahira. Deathrise Shaman, probably incorrect, but you miss him. Miss Deathrise Shaman in Legacy. I think that card is good in Legacy. Like a good fit for Legacy, power level. But apparently not. That's kind of lame. Drew the Veil of Summer. Rip Shardless Bug, that's what I'm saying. Now this is blue-black Reanimator. I'm gonna take the Ephemerate. Alright, Teferi Kahira. Yeah, we do see some parallels. Grief every turn for the rest of time. Like a Kahira, Teferi, bounce, grief. I need to draw Persist. If I got to like Persist back, Archon plus Needle Teferi, that'd be an insane turn. Fastest trade in the West. Ooh, that's really good too. Alright, looking pretty good for us. I'm taking their lunch money. Liliana as a 3 of in this economy. So controversial, yet so brave. I can't believe this passive of Teferi is actually getting me so good. I don't even think I plus Lily. I'm gonna hold on to Drown. Eladamri's Call for Fury. Fury would be pretty good. Omnath seems significantly less good than just like Furying, killing my grief and my Lily. Maybe they know something I don't. I think I still want to kill this Teferi. In case they draw Beseiju. Plus I want to unlock my instant speed stuff. Put a card to hand. It was a Solitude. Jeez. Ooh, Risen Reefs. Stop with the Risen Reefs. Oh, this is a Solitude too. Or Fury. Must be a Solitude. Gross. Yeah, I need that Persist like stat. I kind of need them to brick for a couple turns. No elementals in your elementals deck, please. Just draw like Ren and 6. Discards Omnath. I'm so fucking dead. What card do you think that they kept that's better than Omnath? Another Omnath. Eladamri's Call. For Fury. Or another Solitude. Name my firstborn Omnath. Yeah, I just had like 3 Risen Reefs in a row. So I actually made them discard one of them. It was right here. Yeah, they discarded one to Lily and then they played 2 more. Not enough kids named Omnath running around. Probably for the best. Keeps the world healthy. Keeps the schools a healthy format. Not ideal. Could just bounce Risen Reef if they wanted to. This game is not going well for me. Alright, we died. Got him with the needle. Yeah, the needle stuck around. Oh, yeah, that's right. And I was like, they definitely can't mine us. Alright, well, how do I beat a bunch of Risen Reefs? I don't think I do. I could bring in Damnation. Damnation seems kind of hit or miss. I'll bring in one copy. It might be good if they just like start going ham with Risen Reefs. I don't think this is the matchup for it. A bunch of Damnations. Honestly, I forgot I had the needle out still. One Damnation for the grindy matchup. I like Fleshgorger is just a little bit like underwhelming. We're mulliganing to 4. Whoa. Whoa. This isn't Dimir ninjas. I lost the ninjas in Legacy the other day. That dunked on me. They were just like Ninja of the Deep Hours. And then the other one, I don't remember the other one's called, but it's like essentially copies 5 through 8 of Ninja of the Deep Hours. It's like something Circuit Moon Hacker. Circuit Moon Hacker, man. I think that's the official term. Gonna get punished if they have a Ren in 6. Scam. At least have a money match lined up. Thoughtseize, you don't Veil of Summer me. Call Omnom. I'm gonna take the call here. I've also Thoughtseize myself. Flooded Strand. I will now name Flooded Strand. I was going to name Teferi. Got him. Got him accidentally. The best kind of got him. Alright. We beat elementals, I guess. Imagine not elves. Well, it's scams. I guess I'll keep it. Yeah, it clings so good, it pitches to grief. Scamming without scamming. Give me your map, give me your titans. So they have Valakut Vesuva in hand. I might end up pushing this thing. So that way I can like drown in the Loch a Dryad if I can't turn on Revolt. We'll see though. So what they do this turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fatal push this. Yeah, the last game was super fast. They mulliganed to 4 and then conceded to a Pithing Needle. Pretty much all I can ask for. God, I can't click on this yield. Simic Growth Chamber, Bounce, Beseiju. They're gonna Beseiju my Phyrexian Fleshgorger. So rude. Been okay. Imagine it shines in like the aggro matchups, which we haven't really ran into. No, my flesh. How will I gorge without my flesh? I have Forest Vesuva in hand. I was no top deck a Titan. Okay. dies to grief, creeping tar pit. Take some Unmoored Egos, definitely take some Dauthies here. Couple of Damnations? Damnation's not very good against them, I guess. I think we can cut these Fleshgorgers. Fleshgorger doesn't seem very good. And then the Cling and the Brutality. Maybe trim a Fatal Push, bring in one Damnation. I guess that's the theme of today. Bring in a single Damnation. Grief's the best elemental. It's either Grief or Fury. Solitude's really good too. I think Fury's probably the best elemental. Brutality, grab a pact. It seems like it's gonna miss more often than not. Endurance is like the most played. Probably because it's like the strongest piece of like sideboard hate. Endurance is definitely the strongest sideboard elemental. Subtlety's like meh. You don't really sideboard Fury all that often. Fury's like main deck or you don't really play it. Although some grinding station lists have been sideboarding Fury. Yeah, I got 8 discard effects. It seems like that one's the most narrow. Murktide would like a word. They play like what, 1 Fury? Sometimes 2? Side Fury and Glimpse. I haven't seen Glimpse in such a long time. I like Glimpse fell off the face of the planet. I think Fable's better than Night's Whisper in Scam. I don't at the moment. After playing with Fable again, I still wasn't impressed by it. I thought I would be, but I wasn't. Night's Whisper still felt much better to me. I think you'll only run like 2 Night's Whisper. 3 seems like too many. I'm going to try to pump out a Patreon update probably today. But I also have to prep for tomorrow's stream. So I'll assure you, it's going to be a long one. I have no green mana. It looks terrifying, and it wasn't. Alright, I need your Amulet Titans. Or your Titans. I would like to take your Amulets too, while I'm at it. 3 copies of Tireless Tracker. So they have 3 Endurances, which I kind of expected. 3 Tireless Trackers. Summoner's Pack, so I can go get Endurance or Tireless Tracker. I don't have any green mana, except for the Crumbling Vestige. Yeah, no Cultivator. Try it, explore Summoner's Pack. Alright. Yep. Construct smacked me in the face. What's going on tomorrow? I haven't really said. I've just been giving teasers throughout the whole stream. Small teasers, like, you know, it's gonna be a long one. I gotta prep. It's the final day. Might as well go out with a bang, right? A compilation of all the teasers. So they drew a bounce land. Hot tub stream with DT. Soon. TM. Yeah, you already had your last dingo after dark. So I could push Dryad. I can drown a token. I think I just push Dryad past the turn. Go from there. Endurance. Can't let them endurance me. I bought mukbang stream. You need to persist. I'm drawing a lot of lands. Your turn. I guess I'm just dead, huh? They just make another token when I kill one of these. Brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Too many lands. Too many lands. How the pawns deck go? We ended up 3-2ing. I want Pithing Needle to stop Saga. Theoretically, Saga shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm only running 19 lands. Oof. It's even more insult to injury. This is one more fatal push than I want, but maybe that's fine. Yeah, Pithing Needle is definitely underutilized. Card's got a lot of applications. Yep. Amulity. They go like Bounce Land, Dryad, Saga, Map. I think I should just Thoughtseize them. Yeah, I agree. It does feel a little bit light on fetchables. If they have a prime time, then I definitely want to cast it. Oh, they pitched prime time. That could not have felt good for them. Dryad. Dauthi the most underrated card. Yeah, yes and no. Against certain matchups, he definitely shines. It dies to shock. Come on, Donkin, get it together. Don't you know it dies to shock? Second amulet. I guess Drown the Loch doesn't do anything. The endurance in response to the Thoughtseize, that way I could pitch prime time out of the hand, so that way I don't take the prime time and then cast the prime time. This doesn't do anything, this doesn't really do anything. They just didn't want me to cast the prime time with Dauthi. Getting ready for Gendrick. Getting ready for the final day tomorrow. What's the over-under at number of days streamed in a row? It's 364. That's what the count is for. I haven't missed a day in 364 days. And I can prove it too. Oh shit. The wrong thing. Twitch tracker. So there's this neat thing in Twitch tracker which shows you your streams. And I started here January 6th, 2022. And there isn't a single box that isn't purple. Except for this one, which isn't even on there because it's down here. And yeah. Tomorrow's January 6th, 2023. What do you think will break the streak? I don't know. Ledger Shredder Bolt. I wouldn't want to spoil what I'm doing tomorrow yet. Maybe I let the chat decide when we stop. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. 2 great anniversaries that day. 12-hour Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stream. Doomwake would be so happy. Tainted Indulgence. Save me. Been a Rebirth. I know they have double Lightning Bolt. which is kind of a travesty, but we'll see what else they have in their hand that I can take. A Ragavan. I guess I could take everything from this hand and keep my creature alive. I could take Bolt, and then I go to Undying it, and then they do the thingy. They bolt it, and then I drown it, and then I rebirth it, and then I take the Ragavan also. Then they have nothing. The longest consecutive day record is apparently somebody's still going since 2015. I heard they play a lot of replays though, so I don't know if that counts necessarily. Echo Carnage. Believe that's who that is. +500 days, that's kind of ridiculous. I just realized Gendrick's playing Jeskai Murktide. I wonder if I was supposed to hold that Takenuma. Snow Pixel Basics or Woke? Great. That was a good draw too. Just got to keep pressuring, and then whenever one of these things die, we just rebirth it. It's like $15. They're also like $15 on Moto. For just this island. Reach. Hey, Romario coming on the raid as well. Appreciate that. We had a fantastic stream, Romario. I get to flashback one more thing. I want to let this go. I'll let it go. Trigger. Bring it back as a 7/5. Ye old 7/5. I think I want Dauthi in, Drown in the Loch out, Damnations in, Spellbombs, Collective Brutality out, Cling the Dust out, and I'll cut a Thoughtseize. Probably cut like 2 Thoughtseizes. Run it like this. Yeah, Damnation's pretty underplayed, but it is no Supreme Verdict. Control C, Control V the islands. I get it. His hand's not looking great. Thank you, Romario. I really don't want to keep this. I'm gonna ship it. It's a lot of islands for having a Dauthi in my hand. I'm gonna keep the Grief and I've been Otawara. Sure. 10 sucks. I don't like Drown the Loch against Murktide, just because they can like delve away their entire graveyard. Apparently this is the Breach variant and not Murktide. Or it might be like 2/2 Breach Murktide. There's only two like only blue sources. Strictly blue sources, and I've drawn both of them in like 2 of my opening hands. So 1 island, 1 Otawara. I'm gonna start on Dauthi here. Pretty happy that Dauthi ate a sea spell. Kept the card on top though. How many more counter spells do you have in your hand? They're pathing my grief. That's so good for me. I don't even have the scam in hand. I'm giving this iteration. No iteration. Can't believe how good that was for me. Thing does fly though, so it can just attack me still. Best draw would be a Tainted Indulgence or a Lily. Probably gonna be able to kill this thing. I might persist it. I can't find Tainted Indulgence off the top. I wouldn't be upset if they bolted this. Alright, Gendrick, what you got? I know you got a Ragavan. I know you got a land. Breach. So again, Path, Fleshgorger. Bing Bong, I don't have any channel points. Bing Bong to you as well. I could dash Ragavan, or I could just cast Ragavan. Maybe they cast Ledger Shredder. Cast and consider. I guess that's reasonable. I'll bobble. Man, Breach is so strong. So strong. So they can do this one more time. So they're going to end the turn with 5 cards in hand. Started with 2, ended with 5. And killed my creature. Damn. Yeah, this card's pretty heinous. It definitely should have had like Yawg's Will text or like Sarah Paragon text where whatever spell you cast gets exiled. And it would still be super strong even if it had that text. It's a lot of spell pierces. Not sure about the old Spell Pierce Path to Exile deck. I'm probably dead to a bolt here. 5 bolt me. I don't think Clinging to Dust is a very good piece of graveyard hate. I think I want to stick with just the Nihil Spellbombs. He plays Snap. I don't know if he's playing Snap in this build. I haven't seen it yet. I think he's just playing Breaches. Well, it's not effective graveyard hate against something like Breach, right? It's for a single targeted graveyard hate like Persist. Like against creativity, I'd bring Cling to Dust. But it's not very effective against a card like Underworld Breach, where it's just hitting one of the 10 cards in their graveyard. Yeah, I think this is for like Persist decks, I have to imagine. Or like Burn when you need to gain some life. It's fine there too. I haven't been a big fan of Cling to Dust in general. It's also good against Scam. You know, they like go to Undying their Elemental and you just like cling it. Oh, this hand certainly scams. I'm probably gonna bin this Damnation. Ragavan, Expressive Iteration, Spell Pierce, Counterspell. I'm gonna take Ragavan, Expressive Iteration. May or may not be able to fight through Spell Pierce, Counterspell. Oh. Now I feel like I'm pretty behind. Then being able to sit on a Counterspell. Maybe I should have persisted the grief and taken the Counterspell. Hard to say. have 3 cards in hand, one of which is a counterspell. So we're just going to be doing this thing where I guess where we sit here and pass back and forth for a while. Good draws for me would be like Nihil Spellbomb, Grief. I have a couple of Thoughtseizes left in the deck still. Second Persist wouldn't be terrible. That shit's dingo shirt needs to come in today. I don't think it's going to come in for a while. I would love it to come in though. Oh, Grief. We have Liliana also. One card in hand after bolting Fleshgorger. I'm most likely going to persist that Fleshgorger. Unless I can draw Lily or Tainted Indulgence real soon here. But I actually want to draw Nihil Spellbomb in case they drew a Breach. Breach would be a disaster for me. Two cards. Alright, many more than 2 cards now. I guess I should just thin the library because I'm probably, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I end up hard casting these Archons this game. The Urborg is making it possible to the point where I have enough lands total. Don't have to crack these fetches. A lot of sea spells. Double Shredder. Ugh. So gross. I'm to draw like a billion cards. Actually just became 2 mana draw 6. I actually don't mind drawing lands here. Kind of want to hard cast this Archon. Morning, Dilly. Faded the distance. We're almost there, Dilly. One more day. Then we'll have made it. Hey, Mr. Rabe, how you doing? Fleshgorger's not that good. I think most of the time it's pretty weak. There is a Bing Bong emote. That is new. I added it like 2 weeks ago. I added it on Bing Bong Bismuth, which was like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Am I happy trading this? 3, 6. So I take. Yeah, I'm pretty happy trading that. I think that's a lot of damage to take when they have a Path to Exile in their deck. Good news is that they're almost out of counterspells. Bad news is that here comes another draw 7. That works too, I guess. Alright. Maybe they just deck out. There's 1 counterspell left. I need to draw another land. Oh, Valley of Plenty. I don't even know how many he's drawing. Wish you were a land. I highly doubt they're on Thoughtseize Oracle. And guards versus 40. 7? Really need a land. Hey, Goblin. I need another land, and I can hardcast Archon, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. Taking 9, yeah. It's a lot of damage. Valley of Plenty. I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. One land in this hand could be good. I'm new to Modern, but I might become part of it since initiative isn't my thing. Are there Underworld Breach Storm decks? Yeah, there's actually there's a Storm mid-range deck that ended up winning one of the big Modern tournaments recently. It's got 3-4 Underworld Breaches. I think it's 4 Underworld Breaches. It's got 2 copies of Baral, a bunch of Manamorphoses, a couple of Rituals, and a Grape Shot, as well as just like good creatures like DRC, Ragavan, etc. I have a video of it on my YouTube if you want to check it out. Let me grab it. Keeping this hand's probably a mistake, but I kept it. I think this is like the closest thing to Reanimator in Modern. I guess Creativity is kind of a Reanimator deck also. I gotta persist this grief. I guess this is the Underworld Breach bracket now. I am now stuck in this infinite loop of Underworld Breach Ragavan decks. Yeah, Grinding Station also plays both Breach and Ragavan. Yeah, check out the video I linked you, because I'm pretty sure that's what the opponent's playing right now. Main deck, Leyline Gutshot deck. Yeah, the Breach decks are also pretty good for Storm. They're like quote-unquote Storm decks. They're more just like assemble a combo. I think I'm just persisting this. Yeah, the Temur build started as Spider Spaces, I want to say. I don't actually know who's originally came up with that build, but Spider Space played it a lot. I guess if they're only playing Underworld Breach, maybe I do want to keep some number of Drowning Locks in. It's weird, you can't exactly side against them like it's Murktide. Also Unmoored Ego, Underworld Breach. Trim a couple from there. Lily's not bad. I think I want to stick with Lily in the deck. I'll trim. Yeah, let's just trim numbers. Yeah, the fact that white got... I'm going to keep this. The fact that white got Leyline Binding gave it a huge boost. Can't really schemaz that. So they're playing Murktide and Breach, it appears. Ah, yes, Creeping Tar Pit right on time. I guess I'll do this in their upkeep. Whoosh. I'm gonna go land Murktide now. I think this deck needs more discard outlets. Maybe like Charter Course or something. I feel like I constantly have a bunch of Archons in my hand. Can I beat a 4/4? Alright, they got nothing in hand. 4/4 versus 3/2. I was hoping to snipe something. I guess they just didn't have anything. Which is weird to me because I thought they topped the card. And drew it. This might seal the deal. I don't really have a good answer to that. I guess I have Lily if I ever could find an answer to this Murktide. I got a couple outs. Not a ton though. Creativity's like the Delver of Legacy. No, this is the Delver of Legacy. Actual factual just Murktide is pretty much just the Delver equivalent in Modern. It does like everything that that deck does. Cheap threats, cheap counter spells, play a giant Murktide. Bunch of spot removal. Iteration. Take that trade in a heartbeat. And I guess let's persist this. I'm gonna persist first to play around Spell Pierce. And bait Spell Snare. Man, that sucks. Going to 2. Yeah, you just exchange free counter spells for cheap counter spells. So Daze Enforceable becomes Spell Pierce counter spell. Brutal. Brutal. This is why I was afraid of like leaving Drown and Loch in post board. Alright, well now that I know that they're on Murktide again, I don't think I want these anymore. I thought they weren't on Murktide because I saw Breach, but I guess they're playing both. Chips on the 9th of January. It's good to know. It's happening tomorrow. I'll just say really long stream. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's a secret. PO box closes in 2 months. Definitely want to Thoughtseize them here. I just try to consider Ragavan. Gotta take Ragavan. Can't beat that card. Yeah, the powerful thing about Murktide is that it can find whatever it needs at pretty much any time. But the power level of the deck is like lower than others overall. Yeah, I feel like it might be in a good spot here. Unless they rip a hearse. They have hearse then. No hearse, please. I think they meant to dash that. End me, please. Oh, they only had Lightning Bolt Ledger Shredder. Yeah, it's like playing Black Lotus Modern. Breach and Legacy was really broken because of Lion's Eye Diamond. But yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to play Legacy after Initiative. Initiative sucks. Really dislike that mechanic. Yeah, you also have Brain Freeze. Forgot about that too. Initiative's fair and balanced. Fair and balanced, and one of the worst mechanics I've ever seen. It doesn't remind you of all the good times in Magic, yeah. I think they're dead. It said Slam coming in hot. Bum, 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 bum. I guess I'll play this. Force Negation, Violent Outburst. Take Violent Outburst. Maybe there's no tomorrow. Oh, there'll be a tomorrow. God dang Rhino players. Bobby, get me my Bobby, get me my Zookeeper. I gotta put these rhinos away. Bobby, get me my bat. Didn't want to let me Tainted Indulgence? What's wrong with a little taint? You're out 50 bing bongs? Damn. I like how bing bongs become a form of currency around here. They're not bones anymore. It's just how many bing bongs can I do? Ice into second ice. By Cling to Dust. I know they have Dead Gone. Unknown. Angie. Angie's such a good emote. Yeah, 1 hour overtime, rip. I know the last card's Dead Gone. Which is a tragedy. Oh, it's Fury. I thought it was Dead Gone. Apparently it had been Dead Gone a while ago. Oh no, synchronized weird salamis. I'm actually gonna plus Lily. I'm gonna leave Lily around. Who's the Chameleon King? It's Dilly. I gave up. Descend to become the Chameleon King. It's your destiny, Dilly. How do you become as cool as me? You gotta use Upkeep Ice, code Young Dingo at checkout, and that was a meme from like month 2 of streaming. Upkeep Ice using code Young Dingo. I think Lily's kind of lackluster. I feel like the sideboard wants some fluster. Wait, hold up. That's a bop. Lily looking kind of lackluster. Would be nice with a couple of flusters. Okay, we're getting the beat there. Getting some rhythm. Fuck, I don't know what to bring in. Or cut, I guess. With our Arby's sponsorship. Yeah, it was Arby's and Upkeep Ice. From a Rebirth. Kumi? John God? The one, the only. Guess I got a couple fatal pushes. Kumi, one day. The dawn of the final 24 hours. I'm nervous. Is it my time to get a NordVPN sponsorship? Maybe get a neon sign. Maybe stream Dark Souls every day. Hold on, am I foreshadowing? Stop. Reanimate and listen. Dingo's back and he's non-stop persistent. Oh, fire. Manscaped sponsorship. Man great? What's man great? For your barbecue? Not sponsored, by the way, chat. Remember that? Not sponsored, by the way. Thank you for the 100 bits, Zeriak. I like how it says the TMs. But Raid, if you're out there, we could be. Yeah, the stream is not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, but Raid Shadow Legends, if you're out there, it will never be. Because I absolutely hate Raid Shadow Legends. Hey, Burnt. Oh. Can't keep doing this. What if they paid me $18? I only accept payments in rupees, like a true Zelda fan. Guy, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you. Jesus. I'll just say super long stream guy. How about that? Super long stream. 72-hour Jund only stream. 72 hours Steam. Damn, that's a long sauna. Ego got forced. And Grief got mystical disputed. Gonna be wrinkly AF. I hate Raid Shadow Legends. No. What is this hell I'm stuck in? Raid Shadow Legends. Billy, thank you for the 100 bits. Another Brazy. Is that the third Brazy? Alright, well, I'm not Brazy like that. Get countered. One, two, three, four, five, six. Reef you. Did you draw a Violent Outburst? They didn't cast it. Squeeze me. Squeeze me. Do I want to cast a Violent Outburst? Or I could turn Dauthi into Borrower and block, but that's kind of boring. I should do that. It's just like the best play. I'm boring sometimes. I guess I'll just hold up Brazen. So boring, but it's whatever. You can petty theft, yeah. I don't think petty theft is very good here. Let's trade Brazen. Waiting. Hey, Amazonian coming up with a raid also. I hope you had a great stream. Fable is pretty spicy. Guess I'll hold Grief back. Those of you just joining, we are finishing up our Modern League for the day. And then we're going to have a super long stream tomorrow to celebrate the 365 challenge that we've almost finished. One more day to go. That's not good for me. I know this is an arena. This is an ancient specimen called Magic the Gathering Online, and it's scary and intimidating. But we're here to enjoy the Eternal formats. Okay, I think it's land or bust here. Or persist. It's not good. 2, 4, 6. I can go to 1. Can't even fetch at that point. I'm scooping it up. Persist was the next card. To eat in spite of the chonker in the cage. It's so poetic that chorizo would be a chonker. Sounds really good. I just need to find a persist. You and I both have a problem. Ask Amy if I should choose violence. Amy will always choose violence, especially playing the Celestia Guild. If you've seen her in the the Tolarian Community College Ravnica Guild's video, she always chooses violence. Wait until they fetch. If they fetch, I'm gonna indulgence. Indulge like cheese chorizo the chameleon. I was a chizo. Time to indulge. Maybe the Dauthi plus grief them, maybe. I'm gonna leave up Drown in the Loch. Drown in the Loch's probably safer. Leave up Indulgence Drown. They could ice me, though. Suspending Footfalls, they're not gonna ice me. Or I could scam them. How do I feel about scamming them? Death, violence, violence, or death? I'll leave Drown in the Loch in my hand. I don't know if that's the right call. Force of Negation is mine. Your Fire Ice is also mine. Alright, cool. You have Mystical Dispute. I have 6 power. You and I, opponent, we're not the same. Guess I'm playing the Fleshgorger. I want to get that out of their hand. I also like to draw an island. I could drown this thingy and then drown whatever comes next. That'll do. That'll do. Scoop. We did it, believers. We have become Reanimator masters, I guess. Hey, Disgruntled Elk, thank you for the follow. Let's open these chests. Courtesy of Appleton. Tybalt's Trickery. Morrow got the Mark Rosewater.
Have you peeked? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong. Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.